I'm in sales and I speak to a lot of Muslims who want to start a business, who want to be in a position where they can look after their families, who want to be financially free. And I come across this time and time again when people will say, Qadar Allah, I'm here where I'm at because it's just the Qadar of Allah. And it makes me angry when people say that. Because most of the time, these people have not exhausted any level of effort, right? Allah does not change the condition of a people until they change themselves. And I think this is a big issue in the Muslim space, in the Muslim world. People are happy being content because they just kind of blame or put the responsibility on the qadr of Allah. But there's a few things, right? Firstly, how much did you actually try to change your situation? Most people haven't tried very hard. They will make excuses as to why they haven't. Most people haven't tried very hard. Having tawakkul in Allah is a topic I wanted to touch on today because on this journey of sales and entrepreneurship, making money online, there are going to be moments where you genuinely feel worried. You genuinely don't know what the future will look like. The numbers don't look great. There's going to be fear, a lot of it. And I've been reflecting upon this topic a lot. What does tawakkul actually mean in this situation? Fear is something that everybody will feel, especially in the journey of entrepreneurship. Fear can do a few things. And what I have seen in my life in the past, and I think a lot of people would agree, is that fear is something that freezes you. It makes you stop. It makes you not take action. It makes you overthink. And these are all things which don't drive you forward to live the life that you want to live. Like, when have you ever thought about something over and over and over and over and over again in this obsessive cycle, and that has actually paved a good way for you? Because what probably would have been smarter was to pick a direction, act, and see where you get to. That would have probably gotten you the answer way quicker, because you would have at least had feedback loops. Same with freezing. When you don't take action, it's just the same concept. You're stuck, not moving forward, and that creates pressure. It creates more anxiety. It creates more worry because you're not moving forward. You're not actually stepping into a direction and facing something head on. And so whenever I'm faced with uncertainty and fear about what may happen next, because this is the life of entrepreneurship, sales, making money online, right? If you are not willing to accept this, I don't think entrepreneurship is for you. This is what you signed up for. The thing is though, if you can weather the storms, the upside is well worth it every single time. Speak to any high-level entrepreneur, they will say the same thing. They will all know what that feeling feels like when they feel like they're about to go broke, when everything feels like it's coming crashing down. This is the cost of doing business. That's literally the cost. So when you do find yourself in moments like that, firstly understand, this is what I signed up for. This is the pain most people will never feel. This is the reason why most people will never start entrepreneurship, because they don't want to feel this pain. If I'm willing to feel this pain, then it's likely that I'm going to get something that those people will never get. That's number one. It's the cost of doing business. This is what you signed up for. Number two, as Muslims, this is the most important thing. Because if you do things with the right intention, to get closer to Allah, to help benefit the ummah, to look after your family, to give people their rights, to pay off your debts, to take your parents to Hajj, whatever it may be, if your intentions are in the right place, and you show up, and you take actions every single day that move you closer to the goal that you have, the life that you want to live, the person that you want to be, even when things are not going well, you are doing your part as a Muslim. That's it. You can't control the outcome, but you can control what you do every day. And if your actions and your inputs are aligned with the person that you want to be and the goals that where you want to get to, those outcomes will come naturally. They'll come themselves. So what does having sabr and tawakul, what does that mean in this context? It means getting up and getting to work every single day, even when you feel fear, even when you don't feel like it, even when things feel like they're crumbling, even when the money that you're making doesn't feel like it's enough. If you freeze, if you overthink, you're stagnant, you're not moving forward. If you pick a direction, even if you're not certain on it, you pick a direction, you put your trust in Allah, you make dua, you can't go wrong. Because a few things will happen. Either you'll fail. And failure is fine, because that is just one step closer to success. If one door closes, well, there's a finite number of doors, and one of those doors will open, inshallah, by Allah's tawfiq. And this is the side of high ticket sales, online, money making, entrepreneurship, not many people will talk about, because people don't want people to see the reality. The reality is that there will be times where you are fearful on losing everything that you have. This is the cost of doing business. This is the cost of being an entrepreneur. If you are not willing to have that feeling, and I'll be completely real with you, it's a very uncomfortable feeling. It doesn't feel good. If you are not willing to experience that feeling, entrepreneurship might not be the way for you. And on the flip side, I would add, if you are willing to have moments like that, moments of fear, moments where you feel like things are crumbling and everything is about to crash, but you show up like someone who wants to achieve the things that they set out to do, by acting like the person who has already achieved those things, how would they act? If you act like that guy, it's unreasonable that you won't get the result that that guy has. And this is something I often try to remind myself, is how am I showing up every day? Because trust in Allah is me also doing my part. And if I'm not doing that, then I can only blame me. That's it. If you're not showing up and if you're not doing your part, that's on you. Allah Azza wa Jal, He wants you to succeed. Allah wants to give you those opportunities. Allah wants to grant you all of those things that you ask for. Obviously, there's a few ways that when you make dua, that they are accepted. But most people will just deflect why they are in the current situation that they're in, that they don't like, and they won't take responsibility of it. But high performers, people who are successful, they understand that it all starts with accountability. How have I been showing up? Am I doing what it takes? Am I letting things get in the way? And what do I need to do next? And then they act upon it. And whenever I have moments like this is what I'm trying to embody. Is the guy who I want to be, the guy who has all of the things that I want to have, how does he actually show up? How does he act? What does he do in this situation right here, right now? If you show up, you make dua, you renew your intentions, and you work hard, that's it. And you leave it all on the table. You did your part. Allah will take care of the rest. That's what I wanted to speak about today. Because I think more people need to hear this. Making money online, sales, especially entrepreneurship, this route is not easy. If anybody is telling you that this is easy, yeah, run the other way. This life is not easy. But a 9-to-5 life is also not easy. In fact, I would say a 9-to-5 life is way harder. Being stuck doing something that you don't want to do, making money that you're not happy to be making, living a life that you just hate. That was way harder. I've experienced both. And that was way harder. Because that never ends. But on this sales and entrepreneurship journey, you will get moments of doubt and feeling like things are going to crumble. But that's the best part. If you show up like the person that you need to, those moments, they end. And then you look back and think, well, that was not even a big deal. Like, this was coming straight after. But of course, in the moment, you don't know that. And that is where Tawakul, that is where you need to have that trust in Allah. Because you could crumble and you can fall, but there are people that rely upon you. Think about your family. Think about your mother, your father, your wife, your kids. The longer you stay down, the longer they suffer. The longer they can't live the life that you should be able to give them through Allah's tawfiq. So get up, shake it off. If there's losses that you've had, whatever it may be, and look into what you need to do next, tangible actions that are going to help you be the person that you want to be and get the outcome that you want to get by Allah's permission. That was it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi